My immediate reaction to JRock, Julian Williams beating Hurd by decision. Let's talk about it. Hey, this is Mike from EdgeNote 50 TV talking about boxing. If you're watching this channel for the first time, remember, hit that subscribe button and that like button if you want to get notifications of when I post these videos, because I post videos like this on the regular. So my immediate reaction to Julian Williams, JRock defeating Hurd by decision. I think that fight is well deserved. I think I had JRock winning by between 3 to 4 rounds. The knockdown he had earlier in the fight made the difference, definitely. I think that first, let's go to the good points of JRock. JRock was very good on the inside. He was very good. He was quite surprising because everybody thought that Hurd was going to be the one that's going to dominate in the inside, but it was JRock. Now, what made the difference between JRock's inside work and Hurd's inside work is that Hurd's inside work was mainly relying on his brute strength. There wasn't no method to the madness. He wasn't looking to put Julian Williams in positions where he can get his shots off. So he wasn't really controlling that. What JRock was very good at doing, Julian Williams, for those who don't know, that he was able to control the fight from the inside. He was able to maneuver Gerard Hurd in positions where he was able to throw his shots. So, for example, when he was in the clinch, he was grabbing Gerard Hurd's left hand. He was keep on dragging it. I think it was the left hand and the right, but he was dragging from the angle. See, he was dragging it. It was dragging it out the way to stop him from throwing it. He was doing that all fight, dragging it out the way. So then when he dragged out the way, it left room for him to do the uppercut with his right hand and throw right hand shots. And that was the ones that was hurting him. So then when he was going in from the inside as well, he was moving in on an angle. He was moving in from an angle to stop him from throwing shots, effective shots. So this is the thing that JRock was doing all fight. Was able to maneuver and put Gerard Hurd in positions where he was able to get his shots off. And when he was able to get his shots off, he was able to throw quick bursts of punches and then go back into the inside before Gerard Hurd can counter. Also, what was very good from Julian Williams was body shots. Every time he threw a body shot, Gerard Hurd was hurt. And he would throw a body shot in the inside. Then he would clinch, he will clinch and go, then that will lower his defenses, which will enable him to control the fight more, which will enable him to open up, would enable him to come back and throw shots at Gerard Hurd. So this was the theme all night in regards to the reason why Julian Williams was dominating the fight. Now, in regards to what Gerard Hurd did wrong, where should we start? There was no method to the madness. Completely opposite. When he was in the inside, he was relying on strength and how big he was. And maybe he underestimated Julian Williams, which I'm going to get to in a bit. Maybe he underestimated him. I don't know. But he was just thought he thought it was maybe going to get him out of there soon, go in there, throw a few shots, and then he's going to fold. Because that's what everybody wanted to believe. Everybody wanted to believe Julian Williams was going to fold and he's a weak guy. That's what everyone thought he was going to be, when it's not the case. But the problem is that the speed of Julian Williams' shots, maybe he didn't anticipate how fast he was going to be in the inside throwing shots, because by the time he tried to throw his shots, it was too late. He was already back in the inside, scuffling his shots. Gerard Hurd, he was susceptible to right hands all night long. Yeah? Was that song, Lionel Richie? All night long, oh yeah. All night long. He was susceptible to the right hands all night long. Yeah, there was no defense in that area. Julian Williams was able to hit him at will on that side. Sometimes he had his hands up, but then most of the times it was down. He was walking, he was plodding, like he was plodding along. There was, it was like he was. I don't know. Maybe it's the weight. Maybe he can't handle the 154 because he's a very big 154 guy. So maybe he can't handle the weight, and maybe he's tired or drained. I don't know. But he just walks like he's on his last legs. He's walking like he's about to collapse. And because he's very slow, someone who is very fast can easily time him and connect with his shots. Julian Williams is very, very underestimated. Very underestimated. A lot of people in these forums didn't have him winning this fight. And I'm very surprised because I've seen him fight a few times now and he's very, very good. He's a very good technical fighter. And this leads me to my other point. A lot of people are dismissing fighters these days because they have a loss on their record. Because you have a loss, it doesn't not mean that you are a bad fighter. It just means that you lost to the better person on the night. There are a lot of great fighters out there that has losses on their records, from Marvin Hagler to Muhammad Ali to Lennox Lewis to Roberto Duran to all these top big names in the boxing world. Bernard Hopkins, De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez, all these fighters out there, excellent fighters, have losses. It does not mean you're a bad fighter because you have a loss. So people need to stop dismissing fighters because they have a loss. Julian Williams is a very, very good, talented fighter. He's got very skillful. And this is where some of you guys get it wrong. Not all of you, some of you guys get it wrong. Yeah? Now, JRock Hurd is a decent fighter, but he's not a great fighter. And this is the thing. A lot of people, I'm gonna talk about the other fight next week, and I'm gonna go into detail about this. There's a lot of fighters out there that are not very good technically, fundamentally, but they get away with it because they're given rubbish opponents to make them look good. What you need to look at is not about how many losses they have. It's about how good they are, skillfully and technically. That's what you guys need to look at. So where does JRock Hurd go from here? Should there be a rematch? I don't think there should be a rematch. JRock will defeat him even more easily this time. JRock should move on. I think maybe JRock should fight Charlo, the other brother Charlo, Jamel Charlo. I think maybe he should fight him next if he beats Harrison. Or if Harrison beats Charlo, it should be Harrison versus JRock for all the belts. I think that's where it should be going next. I mean, how ironic is this? They were planning it to be Jamel Charlo versus JRock Hurd, and by the end of the year, we could get Harrison against JRock. How ironic is that? I think congratulations to Julian Williams, well deserved, and I wish him all the best going forward. And JRock Hurd, where does he go from here? He should maybe try to go up at 160. But if he goes up at 160, I can't see him beating anybody at 160. He won't beat Jamel Charlo. He won't beat Demetrius Andrade. He won't beat Canelo. He could beat Triple G, but that's because he's getting old now. But a young Triple G, he wouldn't beat Triple G for definite. So I can't see where JRock Hurd would beat. I mean, he can beat the B-level guys, maybe, the B-level, based on strength, based on his strength and his size. But once he moves up to 160, then the size is not going to make a big difference anymore. So would he be as effective? So I don't know. So JRock Hurd, he's a decent fighter. He's not a good fighter. I don't rate JRock Hurd too much. Based on his abilities and skills. Can he become world champion again? Yeah, he could do. But the opponent has to be a weak opponent, a weak champion. So that's my opinion on the whole thing. What's your views? Leave your comments below. I did a Canelo and Jacobs reaction video last week, so remember to check it out. Remember to like and subscribe, EdgeNote50 TV. Anything else you want me to talk about, let me know, and I'm going to talk about it.